Hola, gorgeous souls. Welcome back to the channel. I am that former single mom, now partner, who sold all my possessions to travel the world full-time with my 3 daughters before falling in love with Mexico and pretty much being here ever since. So this video is all about how I manifested a $47,000 launch. You do not have to stay broke. Let's start there. And I'm using my own personal experience with my most recent launch, which was a few months back, of my Money Manifestation Academy. Of course, if you want to find out more info about the Money Manifestation Academy, go to the link in the description. It'll tell you all about it. If you would have told me even a year and a half ago that a $47K launch in my own personal online business would even be possible, I would have laughed, I would have giggled. There is no way I would have believed you. No way at all. In fact, I wouldn't even have known what a $47K launch meant. So if you don't know what that means, let me explain. So what I do is I have an academy called the Money Manifestation Academy, like I've already stated. And it is so loud out here in Mexico. We open the doors just a few times a year. It's called a closed closed door launch. Like, we don't keep it open all year round. You can only join this course, group coaching program, a few times a year. So we open the doors to enroll new students for about 10 to 12 days each time we open. And in those 10 days, when I say 47K, like our recent launch, it means that I made 47K in sales during that time period. That doesn't mean in cash. Some people pay in full, some people go on a 12-month payment plan. So in that time frame, 10 to 12 days, I made 47K in sales. Now that you know what a launch is, like I said, I would have not believed someone telling me this was even possible for someone like me who's never had an online business until a few years ago, didn't know anything about entrepreneurship, anything about anything at all like this. No flipping way was this possible for me, and yet it is more than possible for me and beyond possible for you. Here I am now with 2 35K launches, a 12K launch, and a 47K launch, and I have no doubt that we will almost double our numbers during our next launch in September 2022. And like I've already stated, this is from one product and one income stream. I recommend multiple income streams, and I have multiple. I think I have 7 currently. This is one of them. And I recommend really going all in on one before trying to build up any others, right? Like, don't get mixed in that. Focus on one and then you can expand to others. Here is exactly though how I manifested 47K in that 10-12 day period. First, I'm gonna take you back to June 2021, Austin, Texas. So back in June 2021, I was living in Austin, Texas during my 7 months back to the United States, a little stint. A lot of y'all know about it, a lot of you might not know. That's besides the point. And I was attending a 7-day training with the Jaeger Training Company in Austin, Texas to get certified in hypnotherapy, neurolinguistics programming, timeline therapy, all that good stuff. And although I was doing it to get certified, I would get the most transformational, biggest breakthrough, personal breakthrough of my entire life during the few trainings that I did with this company. In the 7-day, intensive, crazy, wild 7-day training, it's like 12 hours, I think it's like 10 to 12 hour days, wild, I would uncover so many massive money blocks that I had that I was unaware of. And I would finally be interested in making real money and letting go of the brokenness. Brokenness is not it, y'all. It's just not. So at this time, I had already made the decision to move back to Mexico. I had no plan as per usual, but I made the decision. And really that's what you need, is a decision, right? To make things happen. Decision followed by action. So in that 7-day training, I started uncovering all these massive money blocks, all types of blocks, limiting beliefs, whatever you want to call them, that would then lead me to enrolling in their next program that was being hosted in July of 2021. That was 14 days long. So I was going through this epic transformation, getting certified, and then I jumped in on their 14-day training to get certified even further and to have more transformation transformation. So the biggest block I uncovered, maybe you can relate, maybe you can't, but I know I attract a lot of single mamas to this page, YouTube channel, wherever you're watching this. So I have this big block around, I am unworthy of being rich as fuck, abundant, wealthy, whatever, based on the fact that I am a single mom, or I was at the time. Who was I to be wealthy, and who was I, little old me, to be charging people for my services and products? So at the time of this, I did have an online business. I had a membership site for traveling single moms pretty much, or single moms in general. I only worked with single moms, didn't feel I was worthy of working with anyone other than single moms. That's a whole nother story. And I charged about $27 a month for you to be a part of my membership site. And I felt so guilty charging that $27 a month. I mean, like, super guilty. Luckily, y'all, there was this beautiful woman at both trainings. I mean, the most gorgeous, beautiful, magnetic woman ever. Her name is Edia Sapphire. You can look her up. Amazing soul. She had actually came up to me in the 7-day training and was like, hey, Amoya, is there anything you need help with? And although I have this voice, y'all, the voice is in our heads, this voice in my head, my own voice saying, hey, tell her, tell her, tell her. I stayed silent during the 7-day. But in July 2021, when it was the 14-day training, she came up again. Thank you, universe, for sending her again into my life, and asked that same question. Amoya, is there anything I can help you with? And I just blurted it out. I was like, Edia, I have all these people landing on my sales page for this free workshop I'm giving, but no one's opting in. And I know it's because these people are probably not single moms, and I only work with single moms. And she was like, why do you only work with single moms? And I'm like, well, that's what I've always done. Like, I'm a single mom, I work with single moms. And she's like, you don't market to what people are, you market to what they want to be, what they aspire to be. And it was like, bam, within 24 hours, I dropped my whole single mom do business name. I changed my Facebook community. I opened it up to all women identifying, and everything shifted. Of course, with this announcement of, hey, I'm gonna be working with all women, I'm gonna be opening up my group to all women, and my programs, my service to all women, not just single moms, I lost some customers. And although I lost some customers that were paying me $20-something a month, I gained customers, students, awesome soul aligned clients that are now paying me thousands of dollars. So yeah, it was a really good move. Not only did this open my customer base, of course, right, and allow more people to finally join in. I mean, there were so many people that opted in when I made this announcement that have been waiting to work with me. In fact, some of them were still single moms that were not in alignment with the term single moms. Why would that be? Let me explain my own story around this term. So I was all about single mom empowerment, single mom do, and I started to feel really out of alignment with the term. Right? It didn't feel good in my body anymore when I would say it. The fact that I had an entire business around single momhood felt so icky to me. And it's not to take away from the term, it was the fact that I was calling in love in my life at that time. Like, I had a goal in 2021 to manifest my soulmate. So the very act of creating a business around being a single mom, living it, breathing it, I was just recreating that reality over and over again. And so many other people felt that way too when it comes to that term. It's not a negative or positive term. It just is, and it's just words that are helping create the reality that you're wanting to create, you hope, right? So yeah, dropping that term just like freed me to be me, and ended up manifesting my love, was it like 45 days later? Crazy, right? After being single mingle for 5 years. So I dropped that, right? I dropped the single mom label. I opened up my group to all women. I changed the name to I don't know what. It's now the Money Manifestation Community with Amoya Shante on Facebook. I don't know what it was switched to, but it changed a few times. Don't be afraid to course correct, guys. Please just take action. You can always change things as you go. I've done it over and over again. I launched a program right off the bat of changing all this stuff, y'all. I launched a program called Freedom Life by Design. It was my, I don't want to say it's my first group, group coaching program, but maybe my first successful one where I didn't freak out and end the program early and refund people and all the other crazy stuff I used to do. Can we say money blocks? But yeah, I launched this program and it felt really good in my body, and I made like 35K. From there, I would go on to do the program again, Freedom Life by Design, but I would feel out of alignment. And what does that mean? It was feeling not so great in my body. Listen to your body. And I ended up only having a 12K launch that time, and I felt it was a failure. But this is the thing. There is no such thing as failure. It's just feedback, right? I knew something needed to change. It wasn't good enough for me. This academy wasn't good enough for me, and it wasn't good enough for the people I was calling in to pay me. So I went on to create from there something called the Money Manifestation Academy, which is what I now run, and it is the best thing ever. The best. I might be a little biased, but I hear this also from the people who have bought in. And this academy required me to create 54 beautifully designed professional videos. I think it has 8 workbooks, over 20 to 27 hypnosis tracks, and still more to be added on. It has live coaching, you have the recorded content, a private Facebook group, like all these good things, right? So I launched that, had another 35K launch. I was like, okay, we're on track, I'm feeling good. And then let's jump ahead, right, to the 47K launch. I think it was April. I hosted my free Money Manifestation Bootcamp, which guess what, guys? It's coming up in 4 weeks. You can get registered below, completely free. 5 days of fun with me, learning how to drop your limiting beliefs around money and manifesting money. I mean, people have manifested all types of things just from this free bootcamp experience. So I launched my Money Manifestation Bootcamp, got like 320 people opted in for the free event, and 25 people ended up signing up for this round of the academy. I normally see around 18 people, right? Hence how we got to 47K. But let me explain this a little bit about this Money Manifestation Bootcamp. It was also during my first trimester of pregnancy, y'all. I was so sick. I was actually sick for 4 months of this pregnancy. We're at month 5 now, a little bit over 5 months now. So sick. And I couldn't do all the things I wanted to do, right? Like the masculine energy type things. I had to really tap into my body, listen to my body. Oh, it's getting, look, the heat's getting to me now. Whew, y'all, the heat in Merida is wild. So listen to my body, cancel out all the other kind of stuff, and just rest, play, spend time with my family, and really rely on, tap into the energetic sides of things, which is what I teach in the Money Manifestation Academy anyways. Energy, y'all. And I had the most soul-aligned, beautiful women sign up for the academy our last round, and it was the easiest boot camp I've ever done because I just rested, played, laughed, swam in the pool, and had a whole bunch of fun during that 5-day experience. Here's the key thing I want you to remember as you go throughout your daily life and you go to have your own launches, your own products, or whatever it is you're trying to manifest, right? Is I had to show up as the version of me who could have a 47K launch. And I had to ask that version of me, right? The future version of me, because I hadn't done it yet. Hey, what did you do? Who were you to get to this point? And that version of me would not have been stressing and all this other kind of stuff. That version of me would have been resting, relaxing, honoring my body as I'm literally growing life inside me, right? And I had to step into that version of me in that moment. It's not about waiting for your physical surroundings to change and then acting, right? It's already acting as if you already have everything you desire. I had to step into that version of me in that moment in order to then attract that specific launch number to me. So I'm gonna challenge you to think of something you really desire, you truly desire, you're wanting to call into your life, right? And I want you to go ahead and visit that future version of you that's already has that thing, situation, person, amount of money, whatever it is you're calling in. And I want you to have a conversation with her or him or whoever, right? What did they do to get there? How did they dress? How did they smell? How did they act? What was their self-talk like? Who did they hang out with? Who did they invest in? What books did they read? What shows did they watch? What movies did they watch? What podcasts did they listen to? What music did they listen to? What specifically do they do to get there? How do they practice self-care? And now you do those things. You do everything you can possibly do right now in this second, starting right now. After you turn off this video, you go be that person. Remember that. I did the absolute bare minimum on a physical level for that 47K launch, but I did maximum level on the energetic level. Meaning I scheduled massage, I scheduled out emails, I ate good food, I hung out with family and friends, and I swam in the pool. And I rested a whole bunch, lots of naps. Another thing, there was a lag in the middle of the launch, meaning I started selling, there were sales that came in the first day, and then nothing. Crickets, crickets, crickets. Now what happens, what I've seen happen in myself in the past and in others that I work with is they get discouraged. Oh my God, my manifestation's not coming quick enough, this launch is failing, this business is failing, this partnership is failing, or I'm not meeting the right guy, whatever it is, right? They get all these things coming through their mind, and what is the energy you're putting off when you feel this way, right? Feeling is key. I did not allow myself, maybe for a few minutes, but I did not allow myself past that to sit into what my physical reality was showing me. I don't need my physical reality, and neither do you, to prove to me what I can actually manifest into my life, right? So I stayed in the good feelings. I stayed in the juiciness of life. I stayed in the love and the gratitude. And then the last 48 hours is when most people bought in. Now imagine I'd given up, got defeated, all this kind of stuff, just stopped doing my energetic side work, stopped resting, didn't believe anymore. I do not believe for 1 second I would have had those great results that I had. This is where a lot of people go wrong when it comes to manifesting things or manifesting money, is they start to focus on the lack thereof instead of focusing on their ultimate goal and their ultimate desire. They get stressed and worried, and this is where that scarcity mindset, lack mindset creeps in, and then it perpetuates and their reality continues to reflect that. We have a limited sight. But the universe, God, source energy has an infinite way of bringing in our manifestations, right? Our desires that we cannot see. The how is not our business. Our business is that ultimate vision and goal, that vision, purpose, goal, right? Clarity around all that, putting that intention out there, following up with inspired action. Action is key too, right? And keeping the faith no matter what. It's all working out for your highest good. So stay open, stay in belief, stay in trust. All right, beautiful, that is it for today. Like I already said, if you want to know more about my free money manifestation bootcamp, go ahead and check out the link in the description, as well as finding out more about actually working with me in the Money Manifestation Academy, which is the only way I work with people nowadays. I have one last launch for this year happening at the end of August, and then I will be birthing this beautiful soul into the world and taking some time off just to be with her and the rest of the family. Make sure to comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with friends who need a little bit of motivation to stay in the belief, stay in the trust, and stay open. Until next time.